Welcome students to the first session of chapter 3 fibers to fabrics. In the previous standard, that is in your 6th standard, the same chapter you have studied the basics about how the fibers are converted to fabrics, that is conversion of fibers to fabrics. So, fibers to several strands of fibers to make yarn. So, from yarn twist several yarns together to make a fabrics. So, this is a flow chart which will tell us how the raw cotton converted to fabric. This small flow chart will tell us about the basic, that is raw cotton balls, next ginning or cleaning of cotton balls, spinning of cotton into yarn. Next there will be two types of converting this yarn to fabric, that is weaving of yarn into fabric and knitting of yarn into fabrics. So, and we also studied in the previous 6th standard natural fibers and synthetic fibers, that is natural fibers are from plants and animals, examples are cotton, jute, flax, silk and wool, fleece of sheep, goat, hair of rabbits, yak, camels. Silk from cocoons of silkworm. Synthetic fibers, polyester, nylon and acrylic. So, next to learn more about fabrics, we will next in the 7th standard we will learn more about fabrics. Do you know which part of the sheep's body is fibrous? Are you aware how these fibers are converted into woolen yarn that we buy from the market to knit sweaters? Do you have any idea how silk fibers are made into silk, which is woven into sarees? We will learn, we will get answers for all these questions in this session. Now, animal fibers, that is wool and silk. Wool comes from sheep, goat, yak and some other animals. These wool yielding animals bear hair on their body. As we know, as we already seen the sheep and goat, these wool yielding animals, they will have a hair on their body. Do you know why these animals have thick coat of hair? Hair trap a lot of air, and we know air is a poor conductor of heat, as you would learn in chapter 4 in the next class. So, hair keeps these animals warm. Wool is derived from these hairy fibers. So, to know more about, we have to do some activities, right? So, for that, feel the hair on your body and arms and those on your head. Do you find any difference? Which one seems coarse and which one is soft? Feel the hair on your body, that is on a human body and arms, and feel the texture. We will definitely find one kind of hairs are coarse and one kind of hair is soft. Like us, the hairy skin of the sheep has two types of fibers that form its fleece. One is the coarse beard hair and the fine soft under hair close to the skin. The fine hair provide the fibers to making wool. Some breeds of sheep possess only fine under hair. Their parents are specially chosen to give birth to sheep which have only soft under hair. This process of selecting parents for obtaining special characters in their offspring, such as soft under hair in sheep, is termed as selective breeding. So, in the picture you can easily recognize a particular sheep having two kinds of hair, rough beard hair and fine under hair. So, the particular process called selective breeding, they will select the parents for obtaining a special characteristics in their offspring to find a desired kind of hair. Animals that yield wool. Several breeds of sheep are found in different parts of our country. However, the fleece of sheep is not the only source of wool, though wool commonly available in the market is sheep is wool. Yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. So, apart from normal sheep, these are the kind of animals where we can find or where we can extract wool. So, that is yak which is common in Tibet and Ladakh. Mohair is one of the other kind of sheep which will found in Angora goats, that is found in hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. This is called as Angora goats. Wool is also obtained from goat hair. The under fur of Kashmiri goat is soft. It is woven into fine shawls called Pashmina shawls. I think you people have heard about Pashmina shawls. The particular Pashmina shawls available only in Kashmiri, that is because of the particular special kind of goat which is available only in the region of Kashmir, that is goat hair. The fur hair on the body of camel is also used as a source of wool. Llama and alpaca found in South America also yield wool. So, these are the kind of pictures of animals where they will extract the kind of particular wool, but only it is found in the South America. Okay, in this specific slide, students, we will do some activities to improve our knowledge towards the particular chapter what we are learning today. So, in the activity 3.2, collect pictures of animals whose hair is used as wool. So, collect pictures of some animals whose hair is used as wool. Stick them in your scrapbook. If you are unable to get pictures, try and draw them from the ones given in the textbook. Fine. Find out words for sheep, goat, camel and yak in your local language and also in other languages of our country. You got the point, students? First point is collect pictures of animals whose hair is used as wool. So, in this slide, please take out your textbook. You can see this particular page. In this page, you can observe many kinds of animals from wool is extracted. Fine. First one will be the yak, second one will be the Angora goat, third one llama and alpaca, camel. Fine. You got the page, students? Open your textbook and see exactly the same page. Fine. In the activity, so please collect some kind of animals pictures and paste those pictures in your scrapbook. Likewise, I have shown you a small example in this slide. I have taken the pictures which is same present in your textbook. The first one is Angora goat or normal goat, second one will be llama and alpaca, third one camel and fourth one yak. Same kind, even you can collect some more animals, you can get some more animals in bookshop and collect all the animals and cut it into a required shape and paste in your scrapbook and label them accordingly, just to improve knowledge and to know not only wool or the goat which we can obtain the particular wool. Next, in the activity 3.2 only, we have one more point. Find out words for sheep, goat, camel and yak in your local language and also in other languages of our country. So, here I have quoted 3 examples: sheep, goat and camel. Since our mother tongue is Kannada, I have quoted in Kannada only. So, sheep, exactly as you people know, sheep andre Kannada word kuri, goat exactly meke, camel onte. So, likewise you can also label these kind of animals in other languages of our country also. Even you can label it in Tamil, Telugu or whatever the subject or whatever the languages you know, or your mother tongue may be differ from one student to another student. These activities we are doing just to improve our knowledge towards the subject. In the activity 3.3, so here they have given procure outline maps of India and the world. What is exact meaning of this point? Procure outline map of India and the world. So, even you will get a book in the bookshop, outline map of India and also outline map of world. Take out that outline map sheet. Find out and mark the places on the map where you find animals that provide wool. Fine. So, till now we have learned where we will get the wool, what is the process to get the wool, from where we can find the exact wool on a particular animal, and but till now we have not learned from where this animal will exist. I have listed some places in India which are engaged in the production of wool. So, Karnataka, we know, take out the India map, students, take out empty India maps. Yes. So, mark Karnataka in one color, Jammu and Kashmir exactly at the top of our country map, Telangana, yes, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. So, these are the states, these are the places where India is engaged in the production of wool. So, the highest producer of wool is Rajasthan. Fine. Are you getting the point, students? Yes, the highest producer of wool is Rajasthan. Why we have to learn all these activities means we have to know the knowledge about the wool goat where we will find a certain part of our countries. So, from fibrous to wool. For obtaining wool, sheep are reared. So, the hair is cut and processed into wool. Let us learn more about this processing from fibrous to the wool. That is why we have to learn more about this processing. So, in this slide, rearing or breeding of sheep. If you travel to the hills in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh or Uttaranchal or Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, so you can see shepherds taking their herds of sheep for grazing. So, sheep are herbivorous. Herbivorous? Yes, that prefers grass and leaves for their food. As their food. Apart from grazing, sheep rears also feed them on a mixture of pulses, corn, jowar, oil cakes. Oil cakes, nothing but these are the materials left after taking out oil from seeds and minerals. In winter, sheep are kept indoor and fed on the leaves. Grain and dry fodder, sheep are reared in many parts of our country for wool. This particular table, it is also in our textbook to know much more about some breeds of sheep with their quality and texture of fibers obtained from them. Why we need to know all about this? Because even though the wool, the sweater, whatever the kind of the items from the wool, they are, the texture of the wool will be different. Some wool will be very soft in nature, some will be very rough in nature. Those nature of fabrics, those nature of wool is because of the particular source of animals from where they will extract the wool. So, this table gives us much more knowledge about the name of the breed, quality of the wool and state where we found the particular animal. Fine. So, they have given just 6 kinds of particular name of the breed. Even this is only a collection of animals inside our country. When we go outside of our country, all over the world it is elaborated or it is distributed. As mentioned earlier, these sheep are selectively bred, with one parent being a sheep of good breed. Once the reared sheep have developed a thick growth of hair, hair is shaved off for getting wool. This is called as selective bred. Find how they will remove the hair from a particular wool. The wool which is used for knitting sweaters, for weaving shawls in the finished product of long process which involves the following steps. We need to know the steps which will be followed to knit the sweaters or for any other shawls. In the step 1, the fleece of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin is removed from its body. This process is called shearing. Machines similar to those used by barbers are used to shave off hair. Usually hair are removed during the hot weather. Fine. So, normal shaving nothing but a shearing process, but these are the animals which will have a thick skin on their surface body, they will go for shaving off. That process is called as shearing. This enables sheep to survive without their protective coat of hair. So, for a period of 2 to 3 months, those sheep or wools will be without hair. That is, after shaving off or taking off hair from the body of particular animal, they will have enough protective by its own birth. The hair provide woolen fibers. Woolen fibers are then processed to obtain woolen yarn. Remember students, from fibers to yarn, yarn to fabrics. So now we are in a step of getting yarn from woolen fibers. That is why the third point is woolen fibers are then processed to obtain the woolen yarn. Shearing does not hurt the sheep, just as it does not hurt when you get a haircut or your father shaves his beard. So when we normally cut our hair, it won't hurt a particular person. Just like that, the cutting, shearing does not hurt the sheep as we go for our normal hair cutting. Do you know why? Yes, the uppermost layer of the skin is dead. Also, the hair of sheep grow again just as your hair does. In the step 2, the sheared skin with hair is thoroughly washed in tanks to remove grease, dust and dirt. This process is called as scoring. Nowadays, scoring is done by machines. Earlier days, this scoring is done by a hand, that is manpower, as you are seeing in the slide. Wool dropping into a washing tank. At its most basic, scoring is the way of cleaning textile fabrics. So in a large scale production, they have to go for machines, or they have to use machines to clean or for the process of scoring. Step 3 follows after scoring. Sorting is done. The hairy skin is sent to a factory where hair of different textures are separated or sorted out. See, in the step 1 we got the fibrous, in the step 2 we have got the scoring, that is cleaning of the particular hair removed from an animal. Third step is a sorting out. Sorting nothing but the arrangement of a particular different kinds of hair with the different texture. As in the slide we can see, they are sorting out the different kind of wool by seeing its texture and also by its color. Step 4 is the small fluffy fibers called burrs. What are these burrs? Are picked out from the hair. These are the same burrs which sometimes appear on our sweaters. You have observed your sweaters, shawls or mufflers which are made from woolen. You will find a small balls on a sweater. Those small balls are called as burrs. The fibers are scored again and dried to remove these burrs. This is the wool now ready to drawn into fibers. Step 5. The fibers can be dyed in various colors, as the natural fleece of sheep and goats is black or brown or white. So normally, as usual, the color of the hair of any sheep or goat will be black, brown or white. So after sorting out, after taking burrs on the fibers, we have to go for dyeing, that is giving colors to the particular fibers. This is how the fibrous dyeing will be done. They will take some bunch of fibers and they will go for coloring and keep it for drying. The fibers are straightened, combed and rolled into yarn. After dyeing, they will get a particular color. So after coloring, they have to go for straightening, combed and rolled into yarn. The longer fibers are made into wool, then wool sweaters, and the shorter fibers are spun into woolen cloth. So you can see in the picture where the rolling of fibers yarn will be taking place. So earlier days they used to go for hand rolling of these fibers. Due to large scale production, they have to use machines for this rolling purpose. As I told you, the longer fibers are made into wool for sweaters and the shorter fibers are used for a woolen cloth. You can see two different kinds of woolen materials. One will go for sweaters and one they will use it as a woolen cloth. This is the whole process of fiber into wool. So till now whatever we have discussed, it will be in a cyclic manner. Fine. So, first one is shearing, second one is scoring, third one is sorting, cleaning of burrs, rolling and dyeing. What is shearing? Yes, shaving off or removing of hair from a sheep or a wool. Scoring? Yes, scoring, cleaning of grease, dust on a particular removed or fibrous. Third one, sorting out, that is separating the extracted wool or extracted hair from a sheep. That is, by seeing its texture, by seeing its color, they will separate the wool. Next, cleaning of burrs. What are burrs? Exactly, the small round burrs will be found on a sweaters, they will clean or they will remove from a particular wool. Rolling, they will straighten the particular extracted fibers from the sheep and they will go for rolling, straightening and combing. Next, they will go for dyeing, that is they will apply the color to the particular rolled woolen cloth materials. Dyeing, the color may be again depending upon the desired colors wishing a particular customs. Fine. This is how the whole process of fiber to wool. So, all this process will little bit it will face a particular problem, that is occupational hazard. What is this particular occupational hazard? Wool industry is an important means of livelihood for many people in our country, but sorter's job is risky as sometimes they get infected by a bacterium anthrax which cause a fatal blood disease called sorter's disease. Such risks faced by workers in any industry. See, this kind of infection of anthrax, any bacterium is the particular bacteria which will infect a particular person who will do sorting out. Wool industry is an important means of livelihood, as we know, will give lives to so many people in our country, but sorter's job is little bit risky because of this particular bacteria which causes a fatal blood disease. Such risk faced by the worked by particular industry, but such industry they have already taken precautionary measure to come out of this particular disease or disorder. So, now I will play a video where you can exactly see the particular processing of wool, how the wool is extracted and how the wool is scoring, the process what we have learned, that is shearing, scoring and cleaning and removing the burrs, dyeing, everything we will see in the next coming video. So, please see this video and you will get a particular knowledge how the processing will go on. And in the next class, we will see the next session of the particular Fabris to Fabrics, and we will see the how advanced it is. Myself, Ashwini Ramesh, Assistant Professor and also Deputy Coordinator, Internal Quality Assurance Cell, Ramaiah College of Arts, Science and Commerce. Thank you students, and hope by taking all the precautionary measures fighting against the COVID, parallelly we will concentrate on our subject and will learn the particular subject without stopping nowhere. Thank you once again students.